Just moments ago, an armed robber demanded money from a man with empty hands. Strangely, the man wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he told the robber to get lost. Enraged, the robber aimed his pistol at the man's head. The man didn't flinch. Slowly, he rested his hand on his knife handle, ready to face a gun with nothing but a blade. The next second, the robber was dead. The man kept walking. Soon, he crossed a desert and stumbled onto a construction site. Covered in dust, he blended in easily. He hadn't eaten for days. He rushed to a dining table, grabbing food with both hands, even slipping a chicken leg into his pocket. But the foreman noticed something strange. Inspecting the man's horse, he found a branded letter on its flank. He recognized it at once. This was the mount of a wanted outlaw. So when the man tried to leave, the foreman and his crew blocked his path. The man, clueless that his cover was blown, thought they'd let him go since he'd only stolen some food. But the next second, when he regained consciousness, he was tied up inside a tent. A dim-witted guard was rummaging through his belongings. The man quickly came up with a plan. Using words to taunt and lure the guard closer, he sprang his trap. Kicking the knife up from the ground, he sliced through the ropes, grabbed his belongings, and slipped out. He hid behind a train car, spotting the killers who had been chasing him for days. At the same time, the foreman realized the outlaw had escaped. Now 2 different groups were hunting him. Surrounded, the man had no choice but to steal a horse from the stable and gallop away. After a long, grueling ride, both man and horse were exhausted. Still, he never dared to rest. Even when drinking water, he kept looking over his shoulder to see if the killers were catching up. Finally, the horse collapsed from exhaustion. Seeing it gasping its last breath, the man put it out of its misery, slicing its throat. But without a horse, he knew the killers would soon overtake him. Strangely, he wasn't afraid. He already had a plan. Not long after, 2 killers arrived. What they saw was only the horse's carcass. As one of them bent down in confusion, the outlaw burst out of the horse's belly, knife in hand, and held him hostage. He intended to force the other killer to disarm, but unexpectedly, the killer shot his own partner dead. With no leverage left, the outlaw had no choice but to kneel and beg for mercy. What he didn't know was that the killer had just fired his last bullet. Earlier on the trail, the killers had stumbled into a missionary camp. Welcomed warmly, they let their guard down for one night. By morning, every bullet they had was gone, stolen by the pacifist missionaries. Only the leader had kept a single round hidden at his waist. Now realizing he couldn't escape, the outlaw begged them to give him a clean death, but the killer refused. Too easy, he said. He'd been chasing this man for 3 years. Whatever their grudge was, it all started back then.